Yeah, exactly. That's what is being the demanding for him. In the start of the season, we saw that once again he was doing a good job, delivering what the manager was asking. It's true that in this kind of change the system of Real Madrid since the beginning, it's been not easy for him because not having Benzema, he's a player who likes to be around, make a satellite from a centre forward. But right now it's a totally different situation. But it was quite inconsistent. He was with good games and bad games, and when he was supposed to deliver, Ancelotti said, listen, if you're not going to give me that, then you're going to complain about getting more minutes, so go to have a seat and let's think about how we can deal with this situation. And finally, in the last couple of games, we saw a very good Rodrigo. Sometimes he will be the one who scores the goals, but I think he's not only there to score goals, he's also for create, to make something different up front. And today, it was only about scoring goals. We saw him ending up the game with a bag of ice on his knee, so it proved that he was in his 100%, but definitely when it's time to arrive in those moments outside of the box, I think he's one of the best players we can see for Real Madrid. Clinical inside the box, and right now what we want to see is that if he can manage to do it next weekend or maybe against Lazio in midweek game.
Here's an easy one for you, Ale. How good is Jude Bellingham?
Well, it's an easy one in that he's really, really, really good. But I think it goes beyond the goals. And people have a tendency of get fixated with the goals. We get fixated with the goals. It's the first full screen that we see from him, the productivity. But when you see Jude Bellingham, it is the totality of his game that makes him the player that he is. There were moments today in the game that had nothing to do with him scoring that told you exactly the kind of player he is for Real Madrid. Trailing runs, where he's chasing a player for 15, 20, 30 yards so that he can make a challenge and he can stop a transition from Cadiz. That gives you a sense and an idea as to what is it that Jude Bellingham is. It's not only a guy who's scoring a bunch of goals and big goals for Real Madrid, it's also a guy that gives you presence, that gives you leadership, that gives you talent, physicality, speed, strength, able to cover the space, a true, and sometimes we throw this around and we don't quite know exactly what we're talking about. But he is a true box-to-box. He is defending when need be. He can win a sliding challenge, or he can be a presence in the attacking box as well and score a goal in the manner in which he did today. And he's 20 years old, right? So when we talk about how good he is, think about how good he can be. Is this the best of Jude Bellingham right now? I don't think so. I think he's going to get better, and that's a scary thought for everybody else. But if you're a Real Madrid fan, you're loving it.
And it couldn't be better, Luis, for Real Madrid, because he really is showing himself to have integrated so well on and off the pitch.
Yeah, exactly. He, from the first minute, knew that he needed to adapt quick, to learn the language, to get involved with the rest of the players, that they see that he is committed to the team. And once again, he is done it in an amazing way. We saw him already trying to speak in some of the interviews in Spanish. And that gives you a little bit to understand that he's here not for maybe stay 1 day, year, 2 years. He knows the importance of being an important player for Real Madrid, being a player who wears the jersey, and why not to be challenging for the Ballon d'Or, maybe next year or maybe in 2 years' time. But I think he's clear his goals, and today it was proven once again. It's not only about the goal that Ali just mentioned. The goal of Rodrigo is the one who's making that run to take away 2 players from him who allowed him. That football intelligence is something that you cannot teach, that you cannot practice. That's something that you have, and he's proven when he arrived from Real Madrid that he's got that. He's got the physicality, speed, strength, vision. He's got everything, the full package. But I'm so surprised that everything he does is right. Every decision he makes is the good one. Is the one who is needed in that exactly moment. That's so difficult because he's only 20, and you get that when you get experience. So yeah, I'm really, really impressed with him, and well, I'm just looking forward to see what is the player we're gonna see in maybe 2-3 more years.
Yeah, it really has been incredible to see.